Hello everyone, welcome back to yet another episode of the How's It Going podcast, episode 30. As if it's 30, man.
Yeah, that's mental.
That's just clicked in my head like, oh my god.
And it would have been 30
Episode
episodes.
30. That's mad, that. Like, anyway, so, welcome back. We do apologise for not uploading, recently, because, basically, Luke's Xbox broke in some weird way, and
Because it's old.
it's just messed up his whole setup. So we're having to go back to the bare bones. Like we can't even do face cam because it's broke.
No.
So we're
going back to our roots.
Just doing this. I'm getting you some absolute top quality Plants vs Zombies gameplay because
And I think you should just watch the gameplay and listen to us while you're chilling.
I'm absolute dog at this game anyway. So, but anyway, stop. I'm not going off topic. Basically, as episode today is going to be about ultimate questions. So, for those who don't know what an ultimate question is, it's basically just a question that can have multiple answers, but like we don't know which is the right answer because you can't.
Yeah, it can
really
spark
have
a
an
lot of
answer for it.
debates as well.
Yeah, and we're gonna just have a bit of a discussion about them. So yeah, Luke, I believe you've got some questions written down.
Yeah. So I was gonna say the first one is, do you think like God's real?
Okay, that's a very straight up question.
Yeah, like
Is God real?
Straight up, is God real?
Well, I mean, I suppose like my personal opinion, I would say no, because I don't see any strong evidence to suggest that is real, and there's no like, it just doesn't like, I can't, what's the word?
Can't explain it.
I can't like understand
Oh.
how he could be real. Do you know what I mean? If that makes sense.
Yeah, because like there might not be enough evidence or whatever. But people have
I
different
don't see
theories.
how it's possible.
People have different theories.
Or like what?
Well, people think there is a bigger form of life, or a bigger form of power, or whatever, but they don't believe it's how people say that, quote, God is. They might think that, he's not just this guy
Yeah.
who created the world. He might just.
Yeah.
It links into the
might
question
try
like
a little bit
how was the universe created? It links into that. Like, I do believe that. I'm not saying God's real for a fact because I don't think he is, but I'm just saying that there might be something like that out there because we never know.
True. I mean, like, I do understand why people do believe in God because I can see where they're coming from with it. Like, so I'm not gonna just reject the idea that God's real because you don't know, do you?
Yeah, we
I
won't
do
know
always
until we
like to
talk
have
about
it in the back of my mind, like, oh well, it could be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll never know until we're told fully. But I
just
don't think.
don't personally understand how he can exist when there's loads of horrible
That'll
things
never
in the
happen.
world. You know what I mean? And like how
Yeah, in our
how would he,
lifetime, I don't think
allow
we'll
it
ever
to
know.
Well, we'll find out when we croak, when we kick the bucket, if you know what I mean. You know, but
Imagine if you just
that's-
sat there and then you've gone like BBC News and it says, "Alright, God's real."
imagine if like Jesus came down from heaven, and he just came down and were like, people of Earth, I am real. Imagine.
Hello everyone, Jesus here.
He just goes, hello. Just to let you know,
Hello, my name's
I'm
Jesus.
real, so don't be committing no sin.
And if you commit sins and I see you, you're going straight to hell, mate. Going to hell, you
That
never come
would be
back.
like, no, but the thing is though, I think if things like, if, however, in, I don't know, I can't even speak today. If for however they can do, explain that God's real and prove it, and then like it's confirmed, people are just like give up on life. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, well, there's an afterlife now. You know what I mean?
Some people would, even in it.
I think a lot of people would, because it'd be like, well, what's the point of if God's real and heaven exists, then what's the point of living?
Yeah,
You know what I
true.
mean? When you know it's real. So I think that's one of the arguments in it why God doesn't like make himself present in physical form anymore.
Yeah,
Is because it like
yeah, that's one of the reasons why people don't believe in him. Because like, same with Jesus. They're like, oh, if Jesus and God are real, then why don't they just show them?
well, Jesus did, according to the Bible, because obviously Jesus is a person. I think, right, oh wow, I've walked into a trap. My honest opinion is, I think Jesus is a real human, like, because there's a lot of evidence to suggest that Jesus was actually alive.
Did they do the census in them days? Because if they did the census, then they obviously see someone called
Probably,
Jesus. That's a good point.
I imagine so. I imagine they did something like that because that's just like trying to control your population.
Yeah, that's what
Who's
they're doing
doing
now,
what,
though.
like what work. Yeah, yeah. They will have done, possibly, because I swear I've seen, I don't know if it's true, but I swear I've seen somewhere that there's records, ancient Roman records of like a death certificate for Jesus.
What, when he got
Like,
crucified?
yeah, because they've got to have it, they've got to have it written down.
Yeah, obviously.
And I'm pretty sure there is a record of a man named Jesus who was crucified, but they just can't prove his miracles. There's no evidence to say that he did miracles and stuff.
Yeah, I don't think the. I'm not saying I don't.
Luke, you keep cutting out, bro.
Think that it's just. Oh, sorry.
Right, go on. What were you saying? Are you not able to put in your headset instead of using your big mic?
No, I can't.
Have you tried?
Yeah, I've tried it and it don't work.
Oh, 'cause you keep cutting out like midway through sentences. Well, for me anyway. I don't know if it's picking it up on stream.
I'll have to just make it do. 'Cause I can't really do much.
Alright, well, what were you saying before you cut out?
I was saying that.
Sorry.
I was saying that in our lifetime, I don't think there'll be like a full out.
Like, you don't think there'll be a return of
So.
Jesus or anything? Luke. Luke.
What?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you cut out a bit, but I can still hear.
Oh, you're cutting out for me.
Well, it is what it is.
Anyway, yeah, so you don't think there's gonna be like a return of Jesus?
Return
in
to
our
Jesus.
No, but like, it said in the Bible that Jesus will come back to the,
Yeah.
come back to Earth on the Day of Judgment.
Yeah, I remember learning about that. I think if you're walking in the middle of the street and then you just see a man float down from the sky, it's gonna be something happening.
Like, I don't know what to believe in terms of those kind of stuff, because there's like so many different
Theories and
religions.
questions.
Exactly, but I think that's just a part of what makes us human, innit?
Yeah, well,
Is
we're bound to have different opinions.
we're just curious animals.
Yeah, true.
I don't think you will know, like, because if God was real, I don't think he'd want you to know that, because then it defeats the whole point of, like, our realm, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, true. I think we
So,
should move on to a different one that I've written down.
Go on,
And do you think aliens exist?
alien. Well, that can link back with
The conspiracy ones.
that can. Yeah. Like, if anyone saw that episode, I think they could do Like, I don't see why they couldn't.
Life out there because
Exactly.
space is never ending.
Yeah, I don't think it can end. I don't think it's possible.
It's crazy to think
Because
that.
space is just
Space.
like
Space.
it's just nothing, though, innit? Like space means it means like empty, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it's like emptiness or whatever.
So it can't end, and you know there's billions and billions of planets that we know of, but then there's all the planets
Yeah, it's all the
that
planets
we
that I
haven't
haven't
even
discovered yet.
discovered. So to answer your question, I think they do, but
they could
I
literally.
mean it's a rare. Life's very rare, I think.
Yeah, life. Yeah, true.
We're not living in like Star Wars where every single planet has some kind of life that speaks a language.
What did Jar Jar
You know what
Binks?
I mean?
What did Jar Jar Binks?
Jar Jar Binks. But yeah, you know what I mean though. So
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be very rare, obviously. But it's just crazy to think about because we only know what we've been told. Like, you never know. They could exist right now, but we'd never know.
I think they do. But
I'm not saying
it's
aliens
a
are
matter of
what we've been told they are.
it's a matter of do we want to know if they're real? Because once you find out they're real, then everything
Everyone's
like
gonna be paranoid.
everyone's gonna be frightened. All things like religion and that
They'll be questioned.
will, yeah, because it means like nowhere in any religious text does it talk about aliens that are on, well, any form of life that's not on Earth.
Yeah, because they think all life's created by
So
God. That's another point. If all
exactly.
life's
So
created by God, would God have created aliens?
yeah, I don't. Well,
Right, so if the government said, "All right, aliens are real," would people would say, "All right, so did God create these aliens?"
yeah, but then other people would say, well, why didn't Jesus mention it or whoever?
Yeah, why didn't
Any
the
like
Bible
prophets
mention
or
it?
anyone mention it? Why didn't God tell us about it?
Yeah,
Because it's like, well, what's God telling them? You know what I mean?
yeah. It's just like you just question everything. Like, there's a lot of things to question.
It'd just be very like, it'd be bad if you think about it. If they found aliens,
Yeah, it'd be bad, but it, it'd be you, you've discovered a
say that
whole
again.
new thing. You've discovered a whole new like form of life if you found aliens.
Yeah, I know.
It's weird to think that.
It'd be frightening. I'd be so scared if well, the thing is, the government like they'd know way before us
Yeah, obviously.
because they'd have to assess if it's dangerous, and if it's not dangerous, that's when they'd tell us. If it were
Yeah,
dangerous,
yeah,
they'd never tell us, and we'd just never know about it because it'd absolutely cripple people's minds.
yeah, yeah. That's the thing because we'll never know until we know.